All right, so for this demonstration, we are going to be piercing an earlobe. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start off by cleansing the area with our alcohol prep pad. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead, cleanse the entire treatment site, front and back, okay? And also the surrounding area. So I do like to kind of, use my alcohol around the ear, even on the skin underneath the ear to cleanse really, really well. Next, we are going to disinfect the skin. Okay, so that is done with our antiseptic. My choice of antiseptic is the chlorhexidine swabs. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay, and we are going to, again, do just like we did with the alcohol, use the antiseptic on the treatment area, front and back, and surrounding tissues. Now we are technically ready to go ahead and mark the piercing site. Now, technically, I am just going to take my sterilized gauze, okay, and just kind of dry the tissue a little bit here. You may not need to do this on a real person because the skin is porous and will absorb, but this is silicone rubber. Okay, so technically for an earlobe piercing, what we are kind of looking for is to mark the midpoint of the earlobe. Okay, so we're looking for technically equal distance, okay, from the top to the bottom, and also equal distance from technically left to right. Okay, so about there. Now, always go ahead and show your client in a mirror, okay, before you actually pierce it to ensure that that is the correct spot and you are getting approval from your client. Now we are technically ready to open up our needle, okay? So for earlobe piercings, the gauges used are either a 20 gauge or an 18 gauge needle. I'm also going to open up the jewelry. Okay. And I'm also going to open up my lubricating jelly so that I can just dip my needle into the jelly. Just the tiniest amount. I'm also going to go ahead and open up my forceps. Okay. Now, when we are placing forceps, we want to ensure that we are only clamping down to the first clamp, okay? We don't want to over clamp because that's going to cause a lot of pressure on the ear, okay, and be very uncomfortable. Okay, so technically we are going to line up our forcep here so that our marking point is pretty well almost in the middle of our forcep. Okay, and we're just going to clamp once. Okay, so we are going to now transfer that forcep to hold with our left hand, okay, if you are right-handed, so your non-dominant hand. And now with the needle, okay, we are technically going to hold like this, okay? So we want to ensure that our pointer finger is on the top part of the needle, okay? So we are going to kind of just pierce a little bit, okay? And we are now going to press all the way, okay? And if we look here, we have some of the needle through the back of the earlobe. So we don't want to press that needle completely through. What we want to do now is we do want to take our jewelry and we do want to insert the jewelry into the back of the hollow part of the needle. Okay, like this. And that is going to transfer the jewelry into the pierced area. Now we are going to pull the needle out on the back side. Okay, we are now going to remove our forceps by unclicking. Okay, and now we can go ahead and attach the ball to the back. Okay, voila. So now what you can go ahead and do is with your sterilized gauze or sterilized Q-tip, we can go ahead and just clean up any, blood that may be happening here. Okay, and technically we are now going to instruct client of the aftercare steps, provide them an option of, purchasing aftercare product from you. And that is it. Okay, so check to make sure everything is good. So you can tell here we have enough space in the back, okay, to ensure, that there's gonna be some space and room for swelling. Okay, there we have it.